people, hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be continuing the saga on Phillip Schofield, who I exposed in a live stream. Now, I have to start this video by saying Simon Schofield is not Phillip's brother. They're just both people who are allegedly perverts. And I have to use the word allegedly in this video for reasons you are aware of. But Simon Schofield is not Phillip's brother, but they are both partners in crime, and they both have an interest in young men, allegedly. The second thing I have to say is that Phillip was on This Morning, not Good Morning Britain. Now, I don't understand why some of the comments tell me, oh, I've seen evidence of grooming, allegedly, and I've seen evidence of abuse, allegedly. But you said the wrong title of a show, therefore the facts I've been presented with are incorrect. Guys, how do you think the likes of Jimmy Savile, Gary Glitter, Bill Clinton, you name it, got away with it for so long? Negligence. Being blind to the evidence presented in front of you until maybe one day they drop dead and they die. Now, what I have on the screen now is a photo of a police officer telling us that there is a prolific sex offender in the UK television industry who is so protected he may not be unveiled until the day he dies. Now, who do I think this is? I believe you know who I think this is. And there is also a Canadian lady who's a comedian in the United Kingdom who says she has confronted an unnamed sex offender on TV television, or British television in the United Kingdom. And she's presented a show with none other than Phillip Schofield. So, Matthew McGreevy, who is he? Matthew McGreevy was 10 years old at the Two-Faced Theatre Company, which was a theatre company for children without the advantages as the average person. Disadvantaged children who are then presented with an opportunity to grow, learn, and be in the industry of theatre, television, you name it. But of course, Phillip met his lover, Matthew McGreevy, at this company, allegedly. There's a picture here of him and 10-year-old Matthew McGreevy and the rest of the Two-Faced Theatre Company crew. But what they are trying to hide, and what Phillip pays 30 grand a week to affirm, to hide, is the fact that up until the age of 18, Phillip was allegedly grooming this young man, Matthew McGreevy. Now, I've heard of other boys being affiliated with Phillip's lovers' tiffs, but none other than Matthew McGreevy, who worked on This Morning as an assistant to the show, was a personal assistant to dear Phillip, and eventually Matthew McGreevy went to a newspaper and he was willing to tell his story. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna read out this tweet. I'm going to read out this tweet to you from a media source, someone who works in the media, George Gamby Salvador. So the tweet reads, as seen on screen: "This is the ITV runner, Matthew McGreevy, who forced Phillip Schofield to come out on This Morning last Friday. He had a deal in place with the Sunday papers to sell his story. Although we, the press, are sometimes a bunch of wankers, we never make people afraid or ashamed about their sexuality. I ended up having a picture with him in the green room whilst waiting to be interviewed by Ruth and Eamon on the show This Morning. Because he was a massive Charlie Bronson fan and he looked after me when I was on This Morning. Hashtag scumbag." And there's a photo of Matthew McGreevy and George Bambi Salvador of the British media. And he suggests Schofield was forced out of the closet to control the narrative in the UK media about his grooming scandal and the relationship he had with Matthew McGreevy.
Oh.
Yo!
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Phil.
You gonna come out?
How many times have I got to tell people I'm not gay?
No, I mean come out to a club. Pick up some girlies.
Oh, and do it with them. Now you're talking.
Sure, 'cause I like doing it with girls as well.
Yeah. As well as what?
As well as you do, of course.
Oh, look out, girls. Here we come.
Now, who else knew about this? People are complicit in hiding this. ITV Studios knew about it. They transferred Matthew McGreevy to the loose women department after the fact Phillip had come out because of Matthew's intention to go to the British media. He's been silenced. The High Court injunction is soon to expire in, I believe, July. So I make this video now, not because I want a first scoop, but because abuse is abuse is abuse. Jimmy Savile was protected by the British Broadcasting Corporation for years upon end. Johnny Rotten exposed Jimmy Savile in the 1970s and was banned from the radio up until Jimmy Savile's death. When I hear police, or at least one policeman, say, oh, this prolific sex offender is not going to be exposed until the day he dies, I look at that in shame, because if the police cannot confront sexual abuse that they are aware of, but they could go to the media about it, there is something wrong with the British institutions. Now, Matthew McGreevy obviously can't talk about it because of the High Court injunction, but it is soon to expire. So, I'm talking about this now because I want to talk about the scenarios in the media, whether it be Hollywood, London, anywhere at all. The media is protecting known sexual abusers, known paedophiles, known criminals of any sort. And from the alleged information presented to me, that I'm now presenting to you, the people, now I'm more than sure the unnamed individual who's so protected by the policeman and the known sex offender who is named by the Canadian comedian who works in the UK television industry is Phillip Schofield. She works on a show with him. Phillip Schofield is so protected. Guys, the British people know this. When the Queen died, she laid in state. There was a massive scandal. Holly and Phillip skipped the queue. How dare they skip the queue? People are waiting 7 hours to see the Queen's coffin, lying in state, but Phillip and Holly can walk in there with a suit and tie, wear a mask, frown a little, and just see her straight away and then walk off. Timothy Schofield came out to only Phillip about his sexual crimes against the minor. He worked for Avon and Somerset Police. 11 sexual crimes against the minor. Phillip knew. He lied to the social media saying, if I knew, I'd protect the victim. He didn't. He didn't come out. He knew about it. He didn't come out. And when you're speeding on a road, as a police officer, if someone goes 41 in a 40, you pull them over. They're speeding. It may only be 1 mile an hour. They're speeding. How do you get it wrong? 3 times. 13, 14, 15. The age of consent in the UK is 16 years old. What Timothy was doing was jacking off to porn with a minor and then sexually abusing him. For people who don't know, to watch porn in the UK, you have to be 18 years old. 1-8. To consent is 16. So that's even worse. It's even worse. It's even more off of the age. I know in America, you know, age of consent, 17, 18, whatever. But you're even more off. You say, oh, I'm only watching porn with a minor. You have to be 18. You could consent before you can watch porn. And he couldn't even consent. So Timothy's a nonce. He's a charged, proven nonce. Phillip knew. Phillip hid it. He lied to the public after the fact, where it's in court documents. And Matthew McGreevy's super court injunction, or court super injunction, is about to expire. It's all about to cave in on dear Phillip. He's been sacked from This Morning. He's not on This Morning anymore. I wonder why. And why did he come out as gay? Everyone knew he was gay. He's not exactly the straightest man in Britain. He sips gin. He talks a bit camp. People knew he was gay. Holly Willoughby knew he was gay. What else did Holly know? Allegedly. Now, to come out as gay, the same week, a young man's coming to the newspapers about your affair with him. Well, you met at 10 years old when you were in your at earliest mid-40s, maybe 50s. I find it absolutely disgusting. ITV, they know about it, they're covering it up. They transferred Matthew after the fact. Phillip is paying the media to hide what's going on. He has a court injunction to hide what's going on. His brother's just been convicted of 11 sexual offences against a minor whilst working for Avon and Somerset Police. The walls are caving in. Now, we know Phillip Schofield is an alleged sexual offender. Who else? Who else, people? Jimmy Savile was. Gary Glitter was. Many were. People in Hollywood were. Harvey Weinstein, you name it. Jeffrey Epstein, you name it. Phillip is not on TV anymore. It says a lot. He did adverts selling second-hand cars for WeBuyAnyCar.com, which I guess, you know, funds the High Court injunction and the media injunction, because you've got to get money somewhere. When you're spending it all on gin and young men, it is hard to get some money. So, Phillip's days are numbered. Everything I've spoken to you about, I will present the facts on the screen. Everything I've said is alleged. I provided evidence to my claims. I'm reporting on facts already there. None of this is libel. None of this is made up. And I'm reporting on this because it's a serious topic. Now, if Phillip wants to respond, he can respond all he wants. He can respond all he wants. Let's get Matthew McGreevy and Phillip Schofield on TV. If he's going to dare respond to these allegations, let's get them both up there. I want to hear what the young man has to say. Because this young man, who he was tweeting from the ages of 10 to 11, is proven on Twitter, now suspended or deleted. The Twitter account is deleted, it's not there anymore. Even his second account, Matt J. McGreevy, not there anymore. Your brother's a nonce. He's been charged for being a nonce. He betrayed the trust of the public, especially as a police officer or working for Avon and Somerset Police. That's a disgrace. He should have more time than he actually has. You're not on This Morning anymore, Phillip, and you know why. Matthew McGreevy got moved to Loose Women, and you know why. You came out as gay the week you're about to get exposed, and you know why. You're paying the media because you know why. You have a High Court injunction because you know why. The evidence is there. The facts are there. The alleged information I've provided to you is there. And I'm here to report on it because who else will? People get killed for exposing these elites and they're interested in young men. Simon Schofield, Phillip Schofield, Timothy Schofield. 2 are brothers, 3 have the same surname. All involved as elitists who profited from the British television industry, where you present yourself as, oh, family people, come sit down with the family, let's watch This Morning together. People, from what I've said and what I've presented on the screen, it's hard to dispute anything I've said. You may see me as an arrogant young man, but I'm reporting on stuff that is there. I'm using the words alleged because I'm being ever so careful with my words. All of this is alleged. My opinion is my opinion. And I'm only here to present evidence to you and help you form your own opinion. Soon this will all come out. Mark my words, that is my opinion. This will all come out in due course. The clock is ticking. It's already expired for your brother. And Phillip, if I were you, I'd say something fast or I'd start panicking. Because if I was doing this stuff and I was paying to hide this stuff, 1, I'm not innocent, and 2, my time is running out. People, you asked for me to make this video, and therefore I've made it. I've edited this video into a video format so I can stay coherent and present all the facts to you with images alongside me in the best way possible. A live stream cannot do that. YouTube demonetized me the day after my Phillip Schofield stream, which is now blowing up. You can't hide the truth from people. The people are going to find what they want to find, and they're going to hear the truth in time. The truth always comes out. So people, please hit the thumbs up to support the channel. Subscribe to support the channel. My support links are there. For all I know, I may still be demonetized by YouTube itself. So the facts are there. The information is there. The images are there. The sources are there. The evidence is there. And the alleged information I've provided to you is there on video. My face, my voice. I am not sorry. I'm presenting evidence. Prove me wrong. The evidence is there. You can't hide from the truth. The truth will come out. They will try to silence me. I have no doubt about it. But I'm not shutting up. So be sure to spread this message, support the channel, and have a great day.
Philip, thank you so much.
I'll see you in 3 years.
See you in 3 years. Wonder what we'll both be doing then.
Well, if I'm still getting away with it, I'll be a happy man.
Great, amazing. Cheers, mate.
Sure that Phillip Schofield is the person who It's okay. Ah! Ah!
Let me get you back in focus. There you go.
That's a good intro.
Just you screeching at some kids.